Hi there, it's John Bice with eXp Real Estate and the Florida for Boomers Network here in absolutely beautiful Sarasota, Florida. Got the sun setting right behind me. Did I mention in any of my previous videos it's February? It was like 68 degrees here today. Absolutely spectacular. Just a beautiful day. It's going to be in the 50s tonight. We've got all the sliding glass doors and windows open. Just really, really nice. So one of the things that I recommend to you to do when you've selected a community that you believe you want to either buy in or live in, I suggest that before you make that decision that you go to the community, and most of these communities you can do this, especially if they're still building. You can walk around, walk through the community, maybe go to the clubhouse, and find some people to talk to ask them about the community, about living there, what their feel for it is, pros and cons. And I made a list of some questions I think you should ask just as a kind of guideline, and maybe get some ideas for things just to be sure that this is the community that you want to live in. So can you see my little herb garden back there? Got all kinds of stuff going in there. We got basil, we got parsley, we got a bunch of things going. That's one of those things you can do here in Florida pretty much year round. So we're in the middle of the winter. It's 68 degrees right now. Pretty spectacular. You'll probably see my dogs run by here in a little bit because they want to jump in the pool. So when I'm done with this video, yeah, I'll be taking them. I won't be going in, but they'll be going for a swim. So anyway, one question you can ask when you're talking to people, if they're willing to give you the information, where are you from? Here on this coast, Sun Coast, Gulf Coast, whatever you want to call it, we tend to attract people from the Midwest. We get the Ohio, Michigan, Illinois people, not primarily, but a lot of them migrate to this coast. Why is that? I have no idea, but the East Coast tends to get the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, fast-paced crowd. That coast has completely changed too. People used to end up pretty much on the south end, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, that area. But man, as it expanded, Vero Beach is crazy now. Daytona Beach is crazy now. St. Augustine is building up. So it's kind of a feel for where you want to be. They tend to like that Atlantic Ocean vibe, where the people from the Midwest love the Gulf of Mexico, the warmer waters, and I don't know if that's the reason or if it just happens that way. But where are people from? How long have they lived there? Are they brand new in the community? Have they lived there for 2 or 3 years? And they can tell you some of the pros and cons, maybe about the homeowners association, places to go food shopping, just the overall vibe of the community, and give you some ideas there. If it's somebody that's only lived there for a few months, they haven't experienced it. So you want to find somebody maybe that's been there for a year or two, and can really tell you, hey, traffic getting in and out of here is kind of rough, or, we thought we were a little closer to the beach than we are, and it's a little bit further away than we thought it was. So just some things like that. What model home did they buy? I have clients that have purchased a smaller home in let's say a Del Webb. Then they got into it. They thought they were going to be snowbirds. They liked it here so much. Then they decided, we're going to move here, and built a bigger home and sold a smaller home. So ask them what model they chose. If they could do it all over again, which one would they choose? Would they go bigger? Would they go smaller? Would they add more things? Would they have upgraded more? Are they happy with the view that they have? The back of their house? Do they wish they would have been on a lake, or maybe had a wooded area to the back? Or is that not important to them? Did they add a pool after they moved in? Do they regret that? Are they happy with that? I've got some clients that just spent $100,000 adding a pool to their house. What's the return on that? You know, it's beautiful to look at. I always tell people, I've got my pool right there. I always tell people if I could pick it up and give it to them, I would. You know, it's really nice. We don't use it that much. It's nice to look at, but we don't use it that much. The dogs do, definitely. They love swimming in it, but not us. Where in the community did they buy? Did they buy up near the front of the community? Are they in the back of the community? Are they on a lake? Are they on a wooded preserve lot? I can tell you that the Del Webb and Lakewood Ranch, the original lots that they were selling in there were up near the front of the community, and they don't back up to State Road 70, but they're very close to State Road 70, and there's definitely some traffic noise. I sold a home in there about 3 years ago that was up near that front section, and it was very odd because it depended on the temperature and which way the wind was blowing, but I did open houses there where I didn't open the sliders because you opened it and you could hear the cars, you know, going by. And then I did it where the temperature was cooler, maybe the wind was blowing in a different direction and you couldn't hear a thing. So that's definitely something, especially if you're going to buy a resale home, that you want to consider. Go there during different times of the day. Getting in and out of the community, how is it? What's it feel like in the morning? What's it feel like in the afternoon? Where does the sun come up over the house and set? I have people say all the time, oh, I don't want anything that faces dead west. Well, my house faces dead west. And sometimes the sun is way over here, sometimes it's way over here, sometimes it's right behind our house. But a lot of the times it's beautiful. The sun setting, which is going to be tonight, is going to be pretty phenomenal. So where did they buy in the community? Are they happy with it? What are the options there? Do they live in the community full time? That's a big thing for people, you know, because like the Venice area used to be known for that. It's different now, but Venice during snowbird, slowbird season was absolutely packed. And then after season was over, like 50% of the population left. I've lived in communities that are like that, where, you know, it was very crowded during snowbird season, and then after that, it was like you had all these vacant homes around you. It was kind of odd. It was very different. So do they live there full time? Are they happy living there full time? Are they snowbirds? What percentage of the people live there full time? That's important to know if you like neighbors around. Are they planning on staying there? You know, are they happy? Do they want to make this their home? Or are they making plans to maybe bail out and go look at another community? You never know. Are they planning on, it wasn't what they thought it was going to be, their kids aren't coming as much as they thought, and they're going to move back to the north, to the frozen tundra. So it's another thing to definitely consider, because your kids will not come as much as you think they're going to. I don't care how big of a house you build for them to come and visit. They have lives, they have jobs, they have kids who are in sports. So don't think that they're going to come down here a lot. I will tell you, friends from up north who find out you moved to Florida will be calling and go, hey, I heard you moved to Florida. We were thinking about coming down. So my number one tip is don't make your guest room too comfortable, and remind them to look at Google hotels in Lakewood Ranch. We'll go out to dinner with you as much as you want, but just me, I don't want people hanging out at my house for a week or two. So just a tip. Ask them what other communities they looked at. Maybe you haven't seen something that they saw, and you may want to go check that out. I've been on the lookout for villas for a client, and I found a couple communities that I had never been in Lakewood Ranch, and the villas were really nice, definitely an option. So you have to explore out You know, we have the Del Webb that's located in Parrish, which is 15 minutes away from Lakewood Ranch, if you're familiar with Lakewood Ranch. So that's an option. So you got to get out and explore. So those are some questions to ask. If you found me here on YouTube, by the way, I didn't do this at the beginning. We put out a ton of information for baby boomers relocating to this area, to the Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, Venice, Parrish area. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I put out videos 2 to 3 times a week, and it's all about helping people relocate to our area. We'll talk about everything real estate, different communities, prices of homes, what you can expect here, hurricanes, alligators, bugs. We'll talk about it all and try to get you all that information, okay? Make a comment if you have a comment. I don't answer negative comments, but if you have a question to ask, please feel free to ask away. I will answer you. And reach out to me. I'd love to help you find your home here on the sun coast of Florida. I love living here. I'm a Florida native. I was born and raised in St. Petersburg, so I can help you find exactly what it is you're looking for with a beautiful view, a pool, and a beautiful home, okay? Thank you for listening. I hope I talk to you very, very soon. God bless, and we'll chat soon.